Quinn Hughes! What in the world is going on with this man? The thumbnail of this video is the Vancouver Canucks deserve to win O-meter in their game tonight against the Chicago Blackhawks. I don't know if that's what it still says, I don't know if that's how it's going to end, but that's what it was at some point in the third period. The reason I say that is because Aatu Raty has just scored in front of my eyes to make it 4-1, to erase the shutout, and to actually get somebody to win some Save on Food swag. Okay, nice. Aatu Raty scored. That's fantastic. But yes, that's right, I'm recording this video when the game isn't even over yet, to talk about the oh, Evander Kane just scored. Huh. It's 4-2 now. Interesting. But, yeah, I'm recording this audio with 1:59 to go in the third period as Evander Kane scores to get the Canucks on the board again to talk about Quinn Hughes. Because the Canucks, they had themselves a crazy game against Chicago today. They set the record this season for most shots on goal through 2 periods for Vancouver, because the first 40 minutes of this hockey game between Chicago and Vancouver were electric. Chances at either end, Lankinen and Knight making saves, but Knight being forced to make way more saves than the Vancouver Finnish netminder. And Vancouver came into the third period with an 80-something% deserve to win O-meter rating versus Chicago's something 15-20%-ish mark too. The Vancouver Canucks were in total control of this hockey game. And they were the rightful owners of most of the on-ice territory and chances. But the third period comes, and this is where we see everything falling apart. Quinn Hughes might have gotten himself an assist on Evander Kane's 4-2 goal, but I'm seeing a lot more controversy and conversation from Canucks fans about him in particular because of the way this game has gone. Because 3 minutes into the third period, you have Tyler Bertuzzi scoring on the back door on a deflected shot. Guess what? Tyler Bertuzzi is on the back door left side of the Canucks zone. Who's supposed to be the left side D-man? It's supposed to be Hughes. What's Quinn doing? He's roving around in the slot area, not touching his guy. Okay, that's a mistake by Quinn. He's too busy puck watching. He approaches the area where the puck is rather than where it's going to be. Tyler Bertuzzi unscathed. Nobody is on him. You have Tyler Bertuzzi scoring 3 minutes later on the power play. This is yet another backdoor play where Marcus Pettersson kind of loses his guy. And then making it 3-0 just 7 minutes into the third period is Ilya Mikheyev. Yeah, that's right, Ilya, you couldn't score in Game 7 against the Oilers, but you can score now. It's Quinn Hughes who ends up banging away at Oliver Moore behind the net. He loses the battle, puck comes back out in front, Hughes is just standing there behind the goal, and then it's Ilya Mikheyev who pots it in. 3-0 hockey game. All it took was 7 minutes for that to go down, and Hughes' body language on those plays. The guy looks defeated, the guy looks gassed, the guy looks whatever it is. Oh, Spencer Knight just tried to go for a goalie goal, and now Bedard is going to score. Ah, nice. There's another one there for you, baby. 5-2 Chicago Blackhawks. Imagine how happy I am that I started Kevin Lankinen today in fantasy, and Joey Daccord. Both of these guys combined for like an .804 save percentage. I'm going to lose this week because of goaltending. Anyways, Quinn Hughes, directly responsible for 2 of the goals scored by Chicago in short order in this third period. Tyler Bertuzzi then got himself the hat-trick goal a little bit later as both Tyler Myers and Kevin Lankinen are sprawled out trying to stop a rebound out in front. You saw it, you heard it. Aatu Raty scored, Evander Kane scored, and then Connor Bedard just scored to make it 5-2. Spencer Knight gets the assist. It feels even worse because my opponent this week in fantasy, in the league where I started Lankinen and Daccord, my opponent has Spencer Knight, and he started out the week today with a 45 shot against game, making 43 saves, and getting an assist. It's crazy. But this is one of these games where Elias Pettersson, he's an $11.6 million player. The guy just totally looked off. And there were so many opportunities that he had, give and goes, on the rush plays, where instead of taking initiative and taking the shot, he decides to drop it back to Evander Kane. He decides to drop it back to Connor Garland. Granted, Evander Kane, there was a play where Pettersson had a one-on-one opportunity against a defender, and instead of coming in and taking a shot, he dropped it back to Kane. In Petey's defense on that particular play, I think Evander Kane, if he just got the pass across quicker to Petey, it would have been an easier opportunity for him to shoot. But Pettersson was totally lost in this one, and I think a lot of fans would say that he played poorly. Quinn Hughes, I think he honestly might have been even worse. And partly because a lot of his mistakes, a lot of his trackings in the defensive zone, it's not like they resulted in missed Canucks chances, they resulted in Chicago goals. This guy's not tracking his guy. This guy's not doing what he needs to do defensively. And I'll go out there and say that Quinn can be the best defenseman in the world. I believe that. I preached that for the better part of the past 2 years or so. He can be the best gosh darn defenseman playing the sport of ice hockey on the planet when he wants to be. But now it looks like he doesn't even want to be here, man. They're playing Chicago, they lose 5-2. I know the Hawks are on a heater, but on a night where Petey looks bad, Quinn looks bad, the Canucks have all these opportunities, but they can't beat Spencer Knight, and they all of a sudden let it crumble away in the third period because of a few defensive lapses and trying to take things easy in their own zone. This is not the kind of game that inspires any sort of confidence in a Vancouver Canucks team that is slowly getting their guys back. Oh yeah, Connor Garland is back. Oh yeah, Quinn Hughes is back. That's great. You want to see the team that was assembled actually be assembled on the ice. But you're thinking about it like, okay, well, Filipino, oh, he's going to come back, right? Filipino, Karamaki, Hoglander, are those three guys going to save the Canucks from the mistakes they're making right now? Are those three guys going to make Hughes and Pettersson better? Are those three guys going to change the entire way that these top-tier superstar caliber players on Vancouver are able to execute this season? Because we're not seeing it so far. I doubt that Filipino's presence in the lineup, taking out Linus Karlsson and putting in Chytil, is all of a sudden going to make Quinn Hughes look like he wants to play here and not get super frustrated and hold on to the puck and not pass it to anybody and just start shooting it himself, trying to get the goals, trying to get all the points. We know he stat watches. He said himself that he pays attention to that stuff. All players pay attention to that stuff. We know he wants the numbers, but when he starts getting greedy and he starts taking shifts off in his own zone, that's when you're like, yeah, well, you gotta question what exactly was the value that he provided in this game. One game, oh yeah, sure, Lego, why are you getting all hard on Quinn Hughes for one game? Get hard on Petey. Talk about him for a sec. Yeah, but that's the thing. We've been talking about Hughes this whole season. He has been off. Looks like the guy wants to go to New Jersey at this point. At the very least, Evander Kane, for all the mistakes he makes, he actually gets pucks towards the goal. He actually makes things happen. I'm not suggesting that Kane's a better player than Quinn, absolutely not, but I'm just articulating that just because you are the talented player that you are doesn't mean that you're going to get a pass from this kind of conversation. Quinn Hughes is not looking his best, and I think honestly he's getting worse ever since he came back. There are 82 games in an NHL season, and the Vancouver Canucks have played 15 of them. There are 60-something more games to go. And we'll take it day by day, week by week, month by month, and analyze what's going on. But Vancouver hockey doesn't look like it's in a good place right now. At least when it comes to the Canucks. PWHL reveals coming soon. That's going to be cool. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below about the Vancouver Canucks losing 5-2 to Chicago. I'm pissed because I'm losing fantasy points because of Joey Daccord and Kevin Lankinen, and my opponents are gaining points because of Spencer Knight. Thoughts in the comment section below about Quinn Hughes and the impact he's having. I hope you enjoyed this video. And bye.